Morning, welcome to the currencytransfer.com daily market update for the end of January, Wednesday the 31st. First things first, I hope you like the update. The updated backdrop is a significant improvement and a lot cosier than the previous shoebox we were working from. Back to business, looking at the market, yesterday the main headlines were Carney's testimony to UK MPs. The FOMC meeting is scheduled for today, and Trump had his first State of the Union, which carried little weight. So yeah, in the UK, the main event was Mark Carney's testimony. He was reporting to MPs, giving his regular update on both the economy and the state of inflation. He gave no comment on the confidential analysis on the economic impact of Brexit, a parliamentary report that has been recently completed. But what he did confirm is that there's a gradual firming of wage growth and a gradual falling of inflation. So, you know, double thumbs up for him, doing a good job, and it was largely well received. Indeed, sterling rallied off the back of his comments. And it may have been to do with the domestic side. It may also have been to do with the comments that he made over Brexit, suggesting that a disorderly Brexit is now looking a lot less likely than before. And indeed, he feels that a unique opportunity for what he called dynamic equivalence exists for financial services, both in the UK and the EU, after Brexit. So again, from a financial perspective, all very positive from Carney. Looking ahead next week, the main event is the MPC meeting, where they'll release the quarterly inflation report, which will provide a little bit more colour around his confidence on inflation falling. So across the Atlantic, over in the US, we've got the ADP employment data out today. This is a wonderful precursor for non-farm Fridays. It's usually seen as a bellwether for the non-farm payrolls, and it's certainly a point of reference that the market, and indeed me personally, will be keeping a keen eye on ahead of placing my bets in the Friday sweepstake for non-farm Friday. Today, Janet Yellen, the Fed chair, leaves her post after serving just one term, which is fairly unusual for a Fed chair. The performance has generally been consistent. She's brought a degree of consistency to the market through her approach of preemptive moves, preemptive action, and a degree of forward guidance. Now, the market as a whole will have to get used to the new style of Jerome Powell, whatever that may be, but expectation is that he will take a slightly more forensic approach to his actions, being, a lawyer by trade, more likely to rely on fact rather than proactive speculation, ultimately. There'll be a little bit of a bedding in period, and it'll be interesting to see how the market takes to him. At the moment, the dollar index does remain close to its multi-year lows, and continued volatility at this measure confirms, an overriding lack of certainty around current US policy. President Trump delivered his first State of the Union as after his first year of presidency. Ultimately, it delivered very little. The analysis suggests that it was long on rhetoric and short on policy. So again, to be fair, not too dissimilar to his first year as the president. Over in the Eurozone, there are a few factors today, not really much going on to affect the single currency. The data points that are out are fairly insignificant. We've had the Eurozone unemployment rate for December. That'll be out in a little later today. And then looking forward to February, be it month end today, the main event within the Eurozone is probably the Italian elections. And again, the market will keep a keen eye on this, because if the opposition party starts to, gather support, certainly leaning on either anti-EU or anti-Euro policies, then it could well help drive the euro-dollar cross down towards 120 again. Look, as always, we'll keep you posted with anything exciting or relevant that comes out in the market today. But in the meantime, otherwise, I'll wish you farewell, and we'll close the book on a successful January. All the best. Bye-bye.